Good day, dear students. This is Nazi Altaf, your science teacher. Hope you all are doing healthy and fine. This is a chapter, Environment and Feeding Relationship, second part of this chapter. In the previous, we have discussed about different things like ecosystem and habitats and the changes in the habitats seasonally or daily or yearly. So today we will discuss about the food chains and food webs. Okay, let's start our lesson today. There's a story about food chain. Let's have a look on this story. Once upon a time there was a little bunny out looking for some grass. A bunny is an herbivore. An herbivore is an animal that eats nothing but plants. Grass is a producer. A producer is a plant that can make its own food. Then the bunny spots trouble. He sees a fox. He is on the move and running as quick as he can to get away. Unfortunately, he was too slow. The fox had caught up to the bunny and ate him. A fox is a carnivore. A carnivore is an animal that only eats meat. While the fox was finishing his meal, he also spots trouble. He sees a bear. A bear is an omnivore. An omnivore is an animal that eats meat and plants. The bear walks away after finishing his meal. High up in the sky, a vulture spots his lunch. He sees the remains of the fox. A vulture is a scavenger. A scavenger is an animal that feeds on the carrion, such as remains of dead animals. After the vulture finished his lunch, he flew back up looking for his dinner. Then a fly was buzzing around looking for his lunch. The fly spots the remains of the fox. A fly is a decomposer. A decomposer is an animal that breaks an animal for nutrients. So, how you get this story and what do you find in this story? There are different words used in this story: the producer, the herbivore, the carnivore, the omnivore, and the decomposers. There are different types of words used. All these words are used in the food chain. Here are the trophic levels of food chain, or you can say the energy transfer. First one are the producers, which are the plants. Plants, as you know that plants make their own food. Plants make their own food by using the sun energy and the water. Then comes second, that is the primary consumers. And what are the primary consumers? These are the primary consumers, means they eat directly the plants. They are the grasshopper and the ground squirrel. They are also called the herbivores. Autotrophs are the producers, which are the plants. Herbivores are the primary consumers, which eat the plants. Then comes the secondary consumers. This is the third part, secondary consumers. These are the scorpions. Primary consumers, primary carnivores. These are the primary carnivores because they eat grasshoppers. Scorpions eat grasshoppers. So these are the primary carnivores. Then comes the tertiary consumers. These are the fourth part, and they are the secondary carnivores. They may be eagles and foxes. Foxes eat scorpions too, and eagle eats squirrel. So these are the secondary carnivores. Food chain. There are different types of food chain over here. This is not just one food chain, but there are three food chains. First one is, this is an apple tree. An apple tree to the deer. That means deer eat the leaves or the apples. So tree is the producer. This is an herbivore, and deer is eaten by lion. So this is a carnivore. This is a basic food chain of just three objects. Here is the second food chain, in which flowers are eaten by flies or butterflies or some other flies. Then flies are eaten by frogs. Then frogs are eaten by snakes, and snakes are eaten by eagles. You can change the animals according to your wish, but you can learn these as well. Here are the flowers or plants. This is a food chain of a pond. Okay, this is the food chain of pond. This may be of jungle. This is the food chain of usually in the village, and this is the food chain of a pond. In the pond there are flowers and plants, water plants. Small fishes eat those small water plants. Then large fish eat those small fishes, and then these birds, swans, eat those large fish. So there are three types of food chains over here. Here is a food web. So students, in the previous food chain we were showing you the different types of animals and plants. So same animals and plants can have a relationship with each other in some different way. Like I show you the previous slide. Look at this over here. There are flowers, flies, small fishes, deers. These deers, flies and small fishes, these all are the herbivores. Trees, flowers and flowers are the producers. Here lion, snake, large fish, eagle, birds, frogs, all these are the carnivores, but these are the primary carnivores and these are the secondary carnivores. This is also a carnivores. Okay, here in the food web you can see over here carrots. These are the small plants. An apple tree. You can see over here an apple tree is just not eaten by a deer. A fly also eat apples. A bird also eat apples and fly. A frog eat flies. Grasshopper eat grass or plants. Rat also eat plants. Rabbit eats carrot, and rabbit is eaten by an eagle. Here is a fox which eats rat. Fox also eat rabbit. For rat eats just not plants or also eat grasshopper. So these two arrows are going towards the rat. Then frog also eat flies and grasshopper. And snake eats frogs. Snake can also eat birds. It is difficult to catch the bird, but if they catch, they can eat. So, and an eagle eats small birds. Eagle also eats snakes. So there is a relationship between all these animals and plants all this creature in a food web. This is a food web. A chain is like a chain that one thing is connected to the other and the other is connected to the other one, but in the food web there are the things connected to each other in the form of a web. They are not just connected with one another, one and the other and then the other, but they are connected with one another in the form of a web. So that is called the food web. They are connected with more than one or two things. Here is a food chain and a food web. You can see over here that a food chain is starting from a sun, or sun is taking the giving the energy to the producer, that is plant, and then to the primary consumer, which is the grasshopper, then to the frog, which is secondary carnivore, and then to the snake, which is a tertiary consumer, then to the hawk, final consumer, and then to the decomposers. So this is a food chain because they are starting from the producer, then to the consumers, then to at the end of it ends at the decomposers. But in the food web, you can see over here there is no chain. They are not connected with a chain like structure, but they are connected in different ways, or they are one thing is connected with more than two or three things. So here you can see berries. These are the plants. The plant is eaten by rabbit, a mouse, grasshopper. This plant is also eaten by grasshopper, green fly, butterfly, and then ladybird to the bird. Mouse is eaten by fox, rabbit is eaten by buzzard, snake is eaten by buzzard, frog is eaten by snake, bird is also eaten by snake. So I have told you earlier that the food web is not connected in this form, that you can see over here one thing is connected to the other, and the other is to the then third to the fourth to the fifth to the sixth. So here all the things are connected in the form of a web, like a spider web. Here is the pyramid of numbers. A pyramid of numbers shows that how energy transfers. As in the food chain or the food web, the arrows show the direction in which energy moves from one organism to the other. Food chain and food webs always start with green plants and producers, and they are able to absorb some of the energy of sunlight directly. Here the energy is being transferred. As you can see that plant absorb energy from the sun. But if all the energy in the grass was passed on to all the rabbits, when rabbits eat those plants, and all the energy passed to the rabbit, and all the energy in the rabbit passed on the foxes, there would not be such a big change in the number of organisms between each level of the pyramid. If all the energy is being transferred from one animal to the other, or from the second to the third, then there will be no change in the level of this pyramid or the number of organisms. The rabbit, which is the herbivore, is even more wasteful of energy. When plants take energy from the sun, the energy in the plants is passed to the herbivores. What is the herbivore? Herbivore is the rabbit. And the rabbit is even more wasteful of energy. How is it wasteful of energy? They run, they eat, they get energy. But they run, they find their food, and they do their own work, so they waste their energy. So all the energy from the sun which is taken by the plants, then it is transferred to the the plants are not giving all the energy to the rabbits, or if they are giving the energy to the rabbit, then the energy transfer to the fox is not completely which is taken from the plants to the rabbit. As you can see over here, there is a fox. When this fox eat this rabbit, this rabbit took that energy from the plants, is not transferring its all energy to the fox, because it just wastes its energy in roaming, in running, and in finding food and some other things. So it is just transferring some of the part of that energy to the fox. In the same way, when lion eat the fox, the whole energy is not transferred to the lion. Fox also wastes its energy in doing different things. So here you can see over here, there are 1000 kilogram of energy. Then if it eaten by a rabbit, rabbit gets 100 kg of it. Then fox get just 10 kg of it, and then lion gets just 1 kg, just this part of that energy. So it means the energy transfer is in the form of a pyramid. Most of the energy that plants have, and then plants give less amount of energy to the rabbit, then rabbit transfer less amount of energy to the fox, and then fox gave less amount of energy to the lion. So it becomes in the form of a pyramid. That energy is being reduced. Here are some different materials like biodegradable and degradable. What are the biodegradable? Biodegradable animals or the substances are those which you can see over here, the peels of the vegetables and fruits, the paper, the wood. These are the biodegradable. Non-biodegradable, the plastic bags, the glass bottle, the cans. They are not being used, or they are just produced wastes. These are the plastic bags, glass bottles, cans. These are not decomposed. And biodegradable, these are decomposed. So these are the biodegradable. Here is a word DDT. Maybe you have listened this word. Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. This is a chemical, a poisonous chemical that was once widely used to kill the insect pests of crops. Actually, it is a insect pest. Once in 1960s, there were number of insects which were just ruining the crops, or they were destroying the crops. So the scientists used DDT to kill those insect pests. So they used to save their crops. But what did happen over there? When they used DDT, they found that the number of ospreys, hawks, eagles, and other birds of prey were decreasing dramatically. The birds were decreasing. Why? Why those birds were decreasing? This DDT upsets the balance. Plants sprayed with DDT. You can see over here, there were the plants which were sprayed by the DDT. Then small animals ate those spread plants. There are different bugs and these worms. These worms are also called there is a scientific name of these worms. These are called the detritivores. These are called the detritivores. So these worms ate those animals, and then the birds, small birds, they ate those bugs and animals. They ate those bugs and worms. You can see over here this DDT is being transferred. The spray was transferred to the small animals or the worms or the bugs. Then small birds ate those animals, and then that is transferring one by one to the next generation or to the next consumers. So DDT concentrated in the bodies of the birds of prey. This is a hawk who eat those animals, those small birds. So DDT is transferring from plants to these sprays. So that DDT is actually destroying the number of hawks and the eagles and ospreys. So scientists eventually they discovered that the bodies of the bird of prey contain large amount of DDT. If the affected bird did lay eggs, the eggs had very thin shells which broke easily, so that the developing baby birds were crushed in the nest. So their generation was just decreasing one by one. The number of hawks and ospreys were being less or were being decreased. So they found that the problem was that the DDT was not a biodegradable. It built up in the soil and then was washed into rivers and then seas. So when they was washed into the rivers and seas, it also destroys the creatures of sea and rivers. So they stopped spraying the DDT at that time, because it was poisoning all the animals and the bodies of the animals, and the food chain was disturbed. So that was all about this lesson. Here is your homework. Why all food chains start from a producer? That is quite easy. What are the two main groups of decomposers? And how do decomposers obtain their energy? Draw a food chain and a food web neatly and label it. In the previous slides, you can see over here first and third questions are given in the slides, and the second question is from the book. You can see over here from the page number 64. There are decomposers. As I have told you that detritivores and scavengers and detritivores, these are the decomposers, and you have to read the page 64 and then you can find the answer. Okay, hope you all understood it well. Stay blessed, stay home. God bless you all.